Yo, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy, DME.
It's your boy, Cozy Rich.
And it's your girl, Imani.
And we got a very special guest in the building, a returning guest, actually. You might recognize him from his podcast, the BNF podcast. He goes on there by the name of Woody. If you are from the streets, you may recognize him as Dmal. Brother, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to be back.
Facts. Welcome back. Welcome back. How's everybody else doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a long day. I'm not feeling, the best right now, but I'm happy to be here with you guys. Happy Dmal's here, returning, and we should have a good show today. How about you, Rich?
I'm living life, you know what I mean? I'm doing my thing, can't complain. Just another Tuesday. I second what she said. Happy to be here. We're gonna have a great episode. But how you doing, Dev?
I feel good. I'm feeling good, living better.
Looking handsome, bro.
I appreciate that.
Fresh
Thank
haircut.
you. Talk to me nice, all of you.
Wow.
But now we're doing good. Season 7, episode 160. We got Dmal in the building. I had him pull up here just because it's been a minute since we linked up. Last time he pulled up, it was a classic. And I feel like I don't know when the next time I'm going to talk to my dog. So I was like, yo, just come out here, kick it with us for a little bit, and let's have some fun. I think since the last time we linked up, and from there to now, you've been doing a lot with your platform. Had a lot of dope guests on. Had some viral moments, bringing a lot of attention.
You too.
I'm all right. I'm okay on my side.
I'm not trying to say because I came on here, but your shit been good too. I see the progression since I've been on here.
I appreciate that
because I follow. I'm really a fan. I'm a supporter. I fuck with Urban Product. I'm just not a person who just comes on here. This is like my people's. If you call me, I'm coming through. You already know what it is.
Hey, that's love. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I've been saying, with all of the work that you've been doing with your platform, is definitely dope. All the attention that you've been able to get off of that. And, I always fucked with your platform because it's different. I feel like a lot of these platforms, you're starting to expect the same shit time and time around, and you know what you're going to be getting from them. But there's some fun with your platform is because everybody knows you, but you kind of bring different shit to the table with each episode and each guest you bring on. You might have a fun guest here and there. You might have someone with a crazy background and a dope ass story here. And then you might just have a wonderful shorty who might have a dope ass story, but most of us just want to look at and listen and wow, she sound nice when she talk. You feel me? So it's like a lot of variety on the show, and I've been fucking with that recently.
No, honestly, doing this podcast thing, I'm doing it because for me it was therapy, and I like to do it. But what's the dope part about it is when you have people who come up to you and really fuck with your shit. And I didn't really know what I had until people started coming up to me and be like, yo, I fuck with your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm
For
just
real.
doing it to do it. But to have people really fuck with it and be like, yo, I really watch your show and I fuck with what you got going on, makes me really damn, maybe I have some. Maybe, people are really paying attention. You never really know what you have until other people let you know, yo, this is what it is. This is it. So for me, it was just more of a hobby and something that I was just doing. I'm passionate about it. You don't have to pay me to do this shit. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? But people letting me know that, yo, is bigger than that. You really have something, you really can do something with this. So so I look at it differently now, but I really appreciate people who really support and really fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's real. No, that's love. 100%. So I just want to start off by saying, since the last time we linked up, the last time I seen you was when you invited me to your end of the year podcast that you did about 2 months ago.
I invited your co-host too, and nobody showed up besides you, but You know, I fuck with you.
It's my defense.
So
I got
I wasn't expecting them. I expect you.
Pull
so
up with the
cool.
smoke.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I like that.
I like it though. Call me out on my shit. Go ahead.
It's not for you. I just had to.
Okay.
Nah,
Okay.
it's all right. It's all right. Hey, one last time, I feel you. But
I heard you.
when we pull up, right?
Yeah.
Pulled up.
When you pulled up.
Yeah, when I pulled
When you pulled up.
to the end
Catching
of
the
the
fire
year
today.
podcast.
Oh,
right?
catching the fire
You got
today.
time.
And you
Yeah,
pulled
you
up
do.
to 2 years in a row.
Yeah. You
2
invited
years.
me to one before as well, your first one, and then you invited me to the second one, and I really appreciate that. I was gonna say during that you revealed something to the world and to your platform, and
Absolutely.
also something to me for the first time. I didn't know that going in.
Yeah.
But hearing you say that and kind of just give a little light on your story, it was very interesting, and that's why I felt like it was necessary to bring you on, just because I feel like
that.
because I feel like you built something with your time doing the BNF podcast. Like you took a break away from it and then you brought it back and then started introducing a lot of stories. But I feel like as you shed light on all these other stories, you got to shed light on the man behind the stories as well. You feel me? So that's what I felt like I had to do by bringing you up over here. Just give some light up on you in case, if people feel like they're missing your voice on the airwaves, just to know what's going down.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I always told you, transparency for me is important. And that's one thing I always told you. And being vulnerable, being real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's why I love the podcast industry, because I feel like it's supposed to show the person who you're interviewing in a different light, let them open up more. It's not like a radio interview. I just feel like it's different. The person's supposed to be more candid, more open. So, the same thing I expect from my interviewers, I expect from myself as a podcaster. So, I was just opening up to people that really fuck with me and watch the show and let them know I got to do this little time that I got to do, whatever they give me, because I don't know like the exact time, but I know it's between 2 to 5, but I had to share that moment and let people know that. So for me, I appreciate the support that I get, and I just had to let my followers know what was going on with me. So I always believe in being transparent.
And with that transparency, when you were shedding light on your situation, normally when we're going through a time of like being uncomfortable, we kind of just add humor to it to kind of let things coast and skate by.
Of course.
But it's been some time since we sat down and that came out. So within the time that has passed, what's been your mental like preparing for everything?
Preparation, I really try not to think about it. I know what's ahead. I know what I got to do, and I'm mentally prepared for that. Even though I never dealt with that, I'm mentally prepared to do what I got to do. It sucks leaving something behind that you done built up, but I'm happy that I don't have any kids or any responsibilities like that, because that's when I feel like it's a different, emotional feeling. Like if I had a kid I'm leaving behind, or family I'm leaving behind, then it changes everything for me. The process is kind of easier for me because I only have a dog. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Camp. I only have a dog, so it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? For me. So going in is more of an easier process for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of like, I lost my mom, Duke, so it's kind of like just me, what I'm saying, versus like, damn, I'm leaving, my responsibilities behind. So I don't really have responsibilities like that. Now I'm leaving my podcast behind, but I'm still, I still got some shit in the cut. I've been working extra hard to leave content behind. And I got Sin, who's my co-host, who's gonna step up when I'm gone. But I got some shit. I got some shit lined up. I got some interviews lined up. I got 100 Bands. If you're not familiar with him, You gonna know his story. I got Y Jizzle. I got 8-Zip. I got King Bricks. I got Bia. I'm supposed to be linking up with. I got a few interviews in the cut that's that will hold me down for me. For the meanwhile. You know what I'm saying? For the meantime, while I'm gone. But it is what it is. I feel like I'm gonna miss it. And hopefully it builds the brand up. Hopefully podcast is still lit and popping when I come home.
Hopefully. For everybody's sake, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully it's still popping or whatever like that. But it sucks because I'm just hitting my momentum. I'm just getting in my bag right now. And it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see what happened with Taxstone? I just feel like, damn, I'm starting to get in my bag. And, I got to deal with this situation. And it's pulling me away. And I'm just building my momentum right now. That's the only thing that fucks me up about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, anytime you're taking time off, I it's like, damn, I don't know what it could have been. You feel me?
Do you have people like in your camp or people that have been to jail in the past that have been like trying to prepare you, talk to you about it, like let you know what's going on? Like
a nigga could tell you whatever. Everybody has their own experiences. A nigga can't prepare you for certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga could tell you this, a nigga could tell you that, but you gotta live it. You gotta go through it to really understand it. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I know a bunch of people who went to jail and dealt with it and shit like that, but doesn't mean that their experience is gonna be like my experience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really knowing what to expect. But what I do know, I'm trying to be near my business, do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Get my physical and my mental right. And that's it. And do my time to come home. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, be best friends with anybody. I ain't trying to fuck with niggas. I'm trying to do what I got to do to come home. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to tolerate no disrespect either. But at the end of the day, I'm more thinking about planning for the future and what I got to do. But, of course, niggas tell you what to expect and shit like that. But everybody's experience is different, especially when it comes to that,
With all that's happening now, do you have plans for when you come back, or are you just trying to get through whatever you got right now and then worry about it later?
I feel like I'm going to have more plans when I'm actually in there because I'm going to have a lot of time to think and try to process things. I ain't going to lie. I've been thinking about having some kids or having a kid. I don't want to say kids, but having a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? So when I was here, I did the episode with you, I was 33. Now I'm 34. And it's like I'm trying to live beyond me at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to live selfishly no more. You know what I'm saying? I've just been living for myself. I'm trying to live beyond me now, with a purpose. And I feel like having a kid is going to give me purpose. Who I have a kid with, that's unknown. But at the end of the day, that's something I'm really focused on because I'm taking some years out of my life, whether it's 3 years, 2 years, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's, I'm coming home 37, 36 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking bigger now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to leave a legacy behind. So that's what I really be thinking about.
So with this approach and with everything that you did with BNF, when you're away and people are thinking back, what do you want them to know about you, or or in other words, what do you want your story to be at the end of the day with all this going on?
Damn, I really don't know. I feel like everybody's gonna have their own illustration of what I done. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just want to, I feel like I'm in my own lane. I kind of feel like you guys are in your own lane. I don't want to be like nobody else. I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to be like nobody else. I feel like I just do what I do. Yo, that nigga did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with what he did and how he did it. I'm just myself. Because a lot of times I do things and I say things and people will be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just say how I feel. It's not like I'm saying whatever. Like, this is,
You be comfortable sometimes. You get real comfortable sometimes.
Like 90% of shit I say, 90%, not 100%, but 90% of shit I say, like I really feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
with most of your guests, is it like your first time meeting them, or do you know them a little time before you actually interview them?
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Good question. Majority of my guests, this is my first time meeting them.
Like I said, he gets real comfortable.
You know, I'm just being myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I told you, not to keep repeating it, but being vulnerable and being 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. Embarrassing moments, I'm gonna embrace them. You know, I really don't talk about my greatest moments and my best moments because I want people to relate to me. I'm just a regular nigga at the end of the day. I don't care what I have, what I've done, or whatever. I'm a nigga who still struggles paying my Comcast bills at the end of the day. I'm still paying it late. My Comcast bills still go off. My phone bill still goes off. There's times you can call me, my shit's off. I'm just a regular guy, bro. I don't care. I don't care what I got going on, what you see me wearing, or whatever the case may be. I'm still the average guy. And that's why my vulnerability to me is always something that I push because I'm not afraid to show it my lowest moments in life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hate about social media. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's doing good. Everybody's doing great. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got it figured out on social media. People showing you the best pics, the best angles, what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for me podcasting, I probably wouldn't even have social media.
I feel that 100%, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't post like that. I'm really on there. You know what I'm saying? Not on no creep shit, but I'm really looking at other people's shit or, you know, whether it's people I know or, you know, celebrities or whatever like that. Yeah, but I'm like, I really post content. I really not sharing my life like that because if I'm gonna share, I'm gonna be 100. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna show the club me spending money in the club, then I'm gonna show you that, yo, my cable's off too. That's just me. That's how I am. Like, it just keeps me balanced like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like social media is such a fake reality and it's all perception and bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I have to have it. You know what I'm saying? Because of what I'm into. You know, but if it wasn't for that, I don't even think I would have it at this point because I could care less for it, even though I'm always on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on it still. Like, I'm talking shit, but I'm always on IG.
I completely feel you. No, I feel you. Fucking podcasting has ruined social media for me. No bullshit. Like
why you say that?
Because earlier on, I used to use social media just for shits and giggles and like fun, and I still do that like time and time again. But I don't know. I feel like with podcasting, I've had to share I didn't have to share, but I have voluntarily shared so much of my personal life.
Yeah.
Where it gets to the point where like I don't want to share that much more in my private life when I don't have to. Like honestly, I like now it's to the point where people see me post on social media. If it's my Twitter, I'm there for shits and giggles. If it's my Instagram,
I'll give up more on Twitter.
See like the shit, you feel me?
Like
exactly.
Images, so
like Twitter is just my fast thoughts. You feel me? But like Instagram, you're mostly only gonna see me talk about the podcast on there. Just because on the actual podcast we do this shit every week, so I'm just sharing my personal life every single week to the point where it's like, you know, there's some shit where I still want to keep to myself. You feel me?
As you should.
Exactly. That's why sometimes when I was in like certain relationships and they wondered why I was so private with most of my shit, I had to explain to them it's because like, yo, I have to share but I share so much of my personal shit week in and week out. There's some shit that I still want to keep to myself. I still want to be selfish and keep that part of my life to myself. You feel me?
I'm a dude. I don't care if I'm married or whatever like that. I don't know. I can't say if I'm married, but because I don't know how it'll be if I'm married. But if I'm not married, I'm not a dude who's posting like my girlfriend. I don't even think I'll post my kid on social media.
Oh, I would never.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like certain things that's supposed to say sacred and private. That's just what I believe in, and I believe I'm a dude, and you know, before I have a kid with somebody, you know, I might have like a certain contracts that need to be signed. I'm not trying to post my kid on the gram like that, because I know how heinous people can be.
It's not the first time I heard this. That's why.
You know what I'm saying? I know how heinous people can be. Group chats and all that have my kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, my kid might have big eyes. I don't need my kid, you know what I'm saying, with my eyes on. So look at this nigga's baby.
Yeah,
no, people are like, you know what I'm saying? People like are mean like that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to protect my child, and I don't care if my child is beautiful or whatever like that. I don't care if people don't think my child's beautiful. I'm trying to protect my child's privacy and its innocence. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need me promoting my child on Instagram and all that, and I don't want the mother of my child posting my child on Instagram and stuff like that. Doesn't mean I don't love my child. I'm gonna love my child no matter what it looks like, because it came from me. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, but you know, I put some work in for that to be me. But anyways, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna protect that, but you know, everybody's different, but for me, like, I'm not into that. I'm not trying to. You want to see my kid, you gotta come visit us.
Come see my kid.
You know what I'm saying? Come see my kid.
And even that, not everyone can pull up. Not everybody can pull up. You feel me? You can't show everybody your cribs. No. That's how I feel. You feel me? No. And I don't know. It's always been like that. I think that's why I hold a certain, like, you know.
How do y'all feel about social media?
Certain shit.
As I've gotten older, like. As the year, like, starting this podcast, I was really open about my life, like the shit I was doing, especially in college.
Yes,
like, I tell you everything I was doing.
Facebook?
I stopped using Facebook once my mom got hip to that shit. Okay. I moved to Twitter. I migrated to Twitter real quick.
Her friend request is still pending.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't tell you the last time I've actually been on Facebook. It's been that long. But, like, social media for me, like, as I progressed with the podcast and got older and older and just started sharing more. And then, like, you have people coming to you thinking they know you because of the shit you're saying on the podcast.
I deal with that on
and it's just like Twitter. You just hear opinions and outside, and not that it affects you, but it's just like, damn, you people really think you know me. Yeah. And I'm not gonna overshare my life. I'm going to allow you to think what you want because I genuinely don't care. Yeah. I'm sharing my life with you. It is what it is, but I'm not going to give you more information outside of the podcast. Mm-hmm. And it's gotten to the point for me where I barely even post, like, outside of the podcast unless I'm at the gym. Yeah. To be honest. Other than that, you're really not even going to see me posting anything. Yeah. So with social media, it's just like you said, people are on here. Social media can be used effectively, of course.
Of course.
But there's assholes on here. There's people that are on here specifically to troll you. Yeah. Specifically to stress you out. Specifically to annoy you. So I've learned that. I've gotten used to it. For me, I use Twitter. That's really it. Like, I'm barely on IG and I don't use Snapchat anymore. Twitter for me is shits and giggles. But other than that, I ain't using social media just because, like, yo, it's outdated for me at this point. Like, yo, everyone's superficial. Everyone's only showing their dubs. No one's ever showing their L's. And if I've gotten used to this or I've learned this, but, like, yo, if you just consume that shit all the time, you're gonna start, like, getting sad. You're gonna start comparing yourself to these people,
and that's what people do.
Exactly. So, like, that's why I don't even, unless it's Twitter, I'm not on that shit because I'm not trying to compare myself to people living a fake life that ain't real. So
I know females who's really out here getting black eyes, and they're posting pics like great pics. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Great angles. Their relationships is trash. Mm-hmm. They're not really happy with the person they're with. They're not even happy with the space that they're in. But they're going to give you a pick that's going to get them a good amount of likes.
Because, you know, they got to keep their value up in the stock market.
And I always said Twitter is a false appraisal. I always said that. I was telling my man that. I'm like, the Twitter world gives you a false appraisal on people. You know what I'm saying? Like, their value is worth more on social media than it's worth more in real life.
I feel like that's more IG than Twitter.
Yeah.
Nah, man, like,
and
I fucked up.
On what you're
not Twitter. I meant to say
for.
IG.
Yeah.
So, that's the reposado. But I was meaning to say IG. Your appraisal's worth more on Instagram. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It gives you false appraisals. So, a lot of people through their DMs, through the pictures that they take, they think they're really like they like that or they're worth that. And in reality, when you get to know them, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I hear you.
The value ain't that.
Not even when you get to know them. Some of these people on IG, when you see them, they ain't what they look like on IG.
That too.
It's all editing and whatnot. So I know Devin's told me multiple stories about people he's seen on IG. I remember this one girl from freshman year.
False reality, bro. It's false reality.
Devin's like, let's not repeat it. Let's not repeat it.
The false reality is real.
Oh my God.
The false reality is real, bro.
Jesus.
On God. The first false reality is real. On God, bro.
But yo, you just start to fall in love with that attention you get on that shit, and you just start.
You're a female, so how's social media for you?
For me, like the boys, I've honestly gotten off it more. I feel like as a female, there's more pressure to look a certain way, especially the way these girls are on social media. So that's one reason why I fell off. Another reason was I just kept seeing people, like you said, people act completely different than what they're on social media. So you got girls that are getting all these types of likes, clout, whatever you want to call it. You see them in person and they really think up here there's something, but it's like, bro, I known you since like little person. Like, we're not about to play this game. You're up here in social media, that's cool, but I know what you do in real life. So instead of me getting mad about it, I just stay away from the nonsense, because the more I keep seeing, the more I'm just like, you're just capping. Yeah, there's no point. That's it. That's all for me. I mean, I still go on social media. I still love TikTok. I still love Twitter. But, like, sometimes, like Rich said, you watch too much of it. One, you see a lot of it be the same thing over and over again. And I'm just like, why am I on my phone? Like, I'm going to stay away from my phone. I'm going to go read a book, go watch, binge watch a show. I don't got time to be on social media like that.
Yeah, honestly, I just use social media as a marketing tool at this point. That's like the only reason why I use social media. Other than that, I love my privacy. I don't post shit. I don't tell anybody shit. I kind of just live in the moment, and I've been enjoying life so much more. And I feel like, you know, when you're off of social media, it's great because you're not consumed in the world's nonsense. You know, like if you're following social media every day, you actually find out world's a sad ass place out there. You feel me? There's bad news everywhere, and I don't need that shit fucking with my mental. Like, I already got enough of problems in my own life. So when I'm off of that shit and I'm just focused on what I gotta do, and which is stack this paper, provide for myself and my family, and create a dope and safe environment for my people. If it's not anything attached to that, I'm good. So that's honestly how I've been running shit since this whole podcasting has started to take off. But with your podcast, right? So far, what has been like your favorite episode that you've done for yourself?
Damn, that's a hard question for me to answer, because every podcast has been different.
Facts.
And for me, even as a podcaster, there's a lot of things that I feel like I need to work on too. Like, I suck at like names. Like, I can study a name all day, and then after that I get on a podcast, and I'll still have my moments where I freeze up. I'll still have my moments where my brain is working faster than, you know what I'm saying, and the words that I'm saying is not really matching up. So, you know, so my speech might sound crazy sometimes. So there's a lot of things that I feel like as a podcaster I need to clean up. But as far as my favorite interview, honestly, I enjoy all my interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ones that I'll remember is the first one that I did with Dita Flies, because that's the first one that I did since I came back by myself to do interviews. So to me, that always be that moment. Then I had the moment with E. Burton, which was a hood classic. But I love all my interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get different responses from each one, but that's another thing about leaving too. Like, there's a lot of things I felt like I needed to work on as a podcaster, because every day you're working on your craft and trying to be a better interviewer. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things I still need to work on. People be watching my shit and be like, oh my God, you're good at what you do. But to me, like, the way I critique myself and I'll listen to certain shit, I'll be like, damn, I could have been better. I can sound more cleaner. Sometimes I'm mumbling my words or certain words or stuff like that. The clarity of how I say it. You know, there's a lot of things I feel like, you know, as a podcaster I can work on. but it all comes with repetition and doing more interviews and stuff like that. So, but as far as having a favorite interview, I really don't have one. My first one would be Significant. The one I did with E. Burton was significant. Other than that, I love all the interviews I do.
I really liked your most recent interview. Not the one with Shorty, but the one that you did right before with Sean Branch.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one. I really like that one because I feel like during that interview, you got him to say a lot, but
he wasn't giving me a lot
because he was hard. He's really trying to get you to read the book. He was trying to get you to get the book.
Everybody tells me that, this nigga kept talking about his book
because he kept saying the questions you're asking me is in the book. It's in the book, and you kept trying to pick it out of him. I was like, nah, just tell me what the book is about. You feel me? You're one of them. I don't want to buy the book. Just tell me about it. That's why I hate niggas that say, "Tell me about the podcast." I'm like, shut up, bro. But it's it's shit like that. It's shit like that.
Tough. It was tough when you're dealing with certain people that is not trying to give you, what you're looking for. And he kept telling me, yo, look, read my book. It's all in my book, which I am reading his book.
He still dropped gems, though.
He dropped gems, and I still had to find ways to maneuver and ask him certain questions. But even with that interview, when I listen back to it, I'm like, I'm a podcaster. I should be able to say names. This ain't the streets. This ain't a jail conversation. This ain't a courtroom. So having a conversation with a street nigga, sometimes I Vlad TV got a bad name, so I don't try to say certain shit to look like I'm trying to get people in trouble.
That makes sense.
But when I'm learning as a journalist or whatever you want to call it, we have the freedom of saying names and talking about certain shit. You still got to protect the interviewer. But I'm saying, I was speaking in code a lot. For a person who don't know his story, listening to that interview, they might not know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying dog, or when dog pulled up on you. Because I didn't want to say names. And I'm learning, I could say a name. You know what I'm saying? So that interview is something I learned from. I felt like I was having a coded conversation. You know what I'm saying? So a listener who doesn't know his story or don't know about Wayne Perry and Alpo and all these people, they might be lost. So I have to learn that I'm not in the streets. This is an interview, and there's certain things that I can talk about. If the interviewer doesn't want to talk about it, then we can move on from it.
Very true, because with that being said, a lot of this shit is public information. So I get what you mean by that.
I was trying to make him comfortable.
You want to make the guest feel safe and comfortable during all this.
So I kind of backed up, refrained from saying certain names. But when I listened to it, I'm like, damn, this sounds too coded. You understand me? So I wasn't really happy with how I interviewed him. Even though people liked the episode, I'm like, damn, I should have been more straightforward and be like, oh, you talking about this person, you talking about that person. But I was more saying dog and speaking in code and stuff like that.
Well, I feel like it's dope for shit like that because it's more of a, if you know type of moment.
But not when we in our lane.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like we have that same problem sometimes when we have guests and we know about their history and background and we don't touch upon it just because we don't want to push that button.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference. There's a difference. Because the shit with him and Sean Branch, that's shit that happened a while ago.
Yeah.
I feel like the guests that we talk to is
current
this is active shit.
They haven't got caught yet.
That's different. This is active shit.
That's different. I know. Obviously not the active shit, but obviously we've had guests where they have done shit in the past that we haven't just touched upon it just because we didn't want to push that button. I feel like that's something we got to improve on as well.
Facts.
I have a guest right now that I'm trying to interview, and we cool. I got a respect for him. I don't know him personally, but you know what I'm saying, we probably know of each other. I know of him. I don't know if he knows too much about me, but and he tells me yo, I'm trying to stay away from the street shit. We were just texting. It's I'm trying to stay away from the street shit, and I respect that, but one thing about me when I have a podcast, I'm all about people's story. And it's damn, we can't talk about certain shit. This interview ain't gonna be what I want it to be. Cause I like to
You want to dig in deep?
I like to get in depth with. I'm bigger than the music and stuff like that. That's one thing about me. I don't really give a fuck about the music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whether you're hot or not, I'll interview anybody if they have a story to tell.
You ever had one of those moments where, like, maybe off camera, y'all had a fire conversation to the point where you were like, yo, this can probably make a dope ass episode, and then by the time the cameras come on, the energy just shifts?
I probably had that one time that happened to me.
Because I remember just having a relationship with somebody where I'm just like, yo, this is so dope. We so comfortable off camera, you know. And I had to learn over time that it was just like, yo, they can be that comfortable with you, but if you're willing to put certain information out to the world, they might not be so comfortable and they might close up. So that's why I asked you that question, because I definitely had my shared times with that in podcasting. I had to learn how to, you know, maneuver my words a certain way to get my message across without making certain people feel uncomfortable.
That's why I try again to be vulnerable so they can try to like feed off that. You know, because to me, podcasting, it honestly, it's about opening up, digging deep. You know what I'm saying? Like getting some real stories out of a person. You know what I'm saying? Not no bullshit ass, you know, your song is this and you got this going on. I'm trying to know about your upbringing, you know, what you're all about, your adversities, how you overcame it, and your challenges, you know, and how you dealt with that. I'm trying to learn about you. I don't give a fuck about anything else. I don't care about how much money you got. I don't care how much bitches you fuck. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care if you're the hottest rapper in fucking Boston or outside of Boston. If you ain't got a story to tell, I really don't want to talk to you. If you're not an interesting person, I really don't want to talk about you.
There's nothing to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? Because you might have a nigga who ain't got much going on, but his story is fucking dope. I want to listen to that. I want to share that. Whether people watch it or not, that's, you know, that's on them. But I'm going to put that shit out there. That's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to podcasting. You know what I'm saying?
And you're trying to, because I see how serious you take journalism. That's why I brought back that like Sharon Branch interview, because like I said, I did see a lot of like where you're trying to go in terms of journalism. That's when I was listening, I was like, oh, Dmal, like, see, that was the type of interview where I was like, oh, my man, like, has done his research and he has some knowledge about this situation. That's why he's able to have such an in-depth conversation, because the person that he's talking about. That's why I like seeing Sean Branch open up like that, because I felt like you got him to some points where you like, okay, like, damn, I actually got to talk about like some shit. You feel me? Like, I saw him look at you at some points where he was like, damn, you gonna make me talk about it. All right, we gonna talk about this. You feel me? And that's why I fuck with that about yours.
Honestly, I love this shit. I'm big into watching interviews. I watch a lot of podcasters. I don't know if y'all into other podcasters, but I watch other podcasters, and I love when they're vulnerable and they just talk. See, like Nicki Minaj is doing her IG Live. Yeah, her influence is so powerful where she's able to ask certain questions that a podcaster or a real interview can't ask, because she's Nicki Minaj, and she plays on it.
So how much time you take when you're prepping for an interview? Because if you're gonna go that in depth, I'm assuming you probably take some time.
Honestly, my preparation ain't nothing crazy.
So you kind of just go into it?
No, I'll prepare a little bit, but most of these people I already been following.
So these questions you've just been taking for a while.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on? The recent interview I just did with Miss G.I. Jane, that was like a cram type, you know, like you getting prepared for a test that you really didn't study.
Learn as much as you can.
You know what I'm saying? You studying like the night before or a few minutes before, an hour before, because my homegirl hit me up. Shout out to Fever D, La Trap, Couture. She's like, yo, I got my homegirl out here. Woo-de-woo. I didn't know nothing about her. So I had to really do my research and cram that information and have an interview with her.
I was about to say, I was wondering where you find these women.
Yeah, that was a hard interview to do. You know what I'm saying? Because people
Shorty sounded like she held her ground. That's
she's pretty good. She's that girl has a lot of like I don't know, media training or whatever the case may be. But that was a harder interview for me to do.
They don't share.
It's because she's really like good at what she does. So that was a harder interview for me to do because my interest wasn't there prior. If my interest is already there prior, I'm already ready. I've been ready.
Like
this is a person I was wanting to interview. You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody who just showed up out the cut. And don't get me wrong, I felt like we had a real good interview. You know what I'm saying? But all that shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is dope because she had a dope story to tell, and it was a good interview. You know, was I super prepared? Well, no, I wasn't, but it was a good interview.
So what's the Dmal story then? We got you on here. Tell us your story.
Yo, honestly, if I really tell you like a Dmal story, we'll be here for like days. But I don't know, bro. I'm just a dude who's really like, who been through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm a person, like I told you, I lost my mom Dukes, and that was like my right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching the Kanye documentary not too long ago, and I'm like, damn, his relationship that he had with his mom Dukes is similar to the relationship I had with my mom Dukes. It probably would have been like super similar if we didn't have the language barrier. You know what I'm saying? Because I was born here. She's born in Haiti. You know, she's Haitian. She has her own, like, beliefs and stuff like that. We probably would have been super close if I was born in Haiti also. You know what I'm saying? Or she was born in America also. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's different cultures. So, but besides that, you know, my story is, you know, I'm just a go-getter, bro. I'm a hustler by any means, no matter what is put in front of me, whatever obstacles is put in front of me, you know, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna hurdle it. We're gonna get over it. We're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's always been me, and that's just what it is. Like, you know, if I believe in something, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, 100%. And that's just what it is. Like, that's just me. And I honestly, and I don't give a fuck. I'm a share it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Me, like, I'm gonna put my vulnerability out there. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, that's why I mean, like, I ain't afraid to lose a fight. That's why I'll fight anybody.
I feel that.
Cause I ain't afraid to lose. A nigga beat my ass, he beat my ass. A nigga knock me out. I'm still gonna walk around and still be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, when you vulnerable like that, you ain't afraid. Like, I'm just not afraid. I'm fearless, bro. That's just one thing about me. I'm fearless, bro.
No bullshit, bro. Like, before you do what you got to do, I know you like packing a bunch of these interviews. I think you should honestly sit down and just record just like yourself, having these conversations and these talks with yourself, like similar what you did with the end of the year podcast, but like just these check-ins. They don't even got to be long. It could be like 15-20 minutes, but like, you know, just you talking on what's on your mental. You feel me?
I plan on doing that while I'm away. You know, I'm in the feds, so there's certain access and benefits that we have, like whether it's on a tablet, you know, whatever. If I'm in the halfway house after doing some time, I'm still going to be doing, like, I plan on doing like 10-minute segments on catching up with me or whatever the case may be.
Okay, so okay, got
I'll pull up on the phone with Sim real quick.
Nigga, I'll pull up on the phone with y'all. Like, I'll still do an interview with y'all while I'm inside, whether I'm on the phone with social media. And this guy's very creative. I'm pretty sure we can make certain things work. So, you know, the brand itself, it's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the way Boston is going. There's, you know, we have you. There's these other young cats that I haven't watched a full episode. I'm gonna keep it real, but I see what they do on IG. I forgot their name. They're like see something, whatever. Another dope. There's like 4 podcasts or maybe 5 that I really like tap into and I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like on the scene. So I don't know, bro. We just gotta keep doing what we doing, and I feel like everybody's in their own lane, just like you guys. Like, you guys are in your own lane. Y'all do what y'all do.
Word.
And that's why I'm happy. Like, if I can introduce y'all or put y'all on with anybody or whatever the case may be, like, I'm gonna do that. That's what I feel like this shit's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you. That's what I feel like it's about too. We're all just. That's why I love, like, since stepping into the space, I've been able to link up with people like you and Noble and Charlie and like just people like that.
Yeah, that's what it's about, relationships,
growing and networking. And you feel
me? Honestly, this is something that I couldn't do on IG. I'm not the most IG savvy person. I called him. I'm like, yo, bro, how were you able to do this? Can you walk me through this? And he walked me. That's what this shit's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, one hand washes the other. So.
Exactly. So I was curious because I wanted to move away from like podcaster Dmal and just like go into everyday life Dmal or like EMG Dmal. You feel me?
EMG, that's a different Dmal.
No, I know. That's why I want to talk about it. Like, let's get into the real what BNF actually stand for and what that should actually mean in real life. You feel me?
So BNF is me being a podcast. It's pretty much my personality that everybody gets to see. A lot of people, a lot of people think I'm an asshole. A lot of people don't know me thinking like I'm a dickhead, and I don't blame them.
Probably off tweets.
Like I get judged off Twitter a lot. Like a lot of women can't stand me.
You be going off.
A lot of people will be like, "Damn, how do you date this guy? How do you talk to this guy? How are you cool with this guy?" A lot of people don't like me off Twitter, but like Rich said, I'm gonna give you what I want to give you. There's another side of me. Okay. You gotta be special. You gotta earn that, baby. So not everybody gonna get that, that off, what I'm saying, off social media Dmal. You gotta really know me like that to get to know a different side of me. I'm a give everybody another side, which is still part of me, but that's the only side you gonna know unless you really know me like that. But you can judge me off it. I really don't give a fuck. I don't need a lot of friends.
How does BNF play out in real life when it comes to women, though?
Honestly, it works against me. It doesn't help me.
Nah, because I feel like it's like what you say about social media when he be putting this shit out there. Like, I remember watching this, like, I think he had a party. And he did like a vlog on the day of the party. Yeah. And I saw my man, he pulled up to the jeweler day before, a day of to get this shit. Went to do the hair the day before. Like,
bitches don't pay attention. They don't pay attention to that. Their attention span is too short to watch a video like that.
Nah, but when you say shit like that, I don't think she agrees. But listen, this is where I'm going with it. But like when I see him preparing for an event like that, and then the same time he's telling me, yeah, but my cable get turned off too. So it's like the shit that we do to live with this image of us. But at the end of the day, we still got to go through that shit. That's like real BNF shit. You feel me? But when it comes to women, first day, cool. But day number 2,
it's a problem.
I don't know if I can afford day number 2. I did all that for day 1, but now you're expecting a whole new fit on day 2.
Different with women, right? Women really are tapped into social media.
Give your input after.
Women, please do. Women are really big on perception. I really feel that. A lot of people are.
That's why we post once a month.
That's why the first date with a female is so important.
Yes,
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of niggas get through on the first date. They're bringing flowers. They're gentlemen. They're putting up a facade of who they really are.
Keyword front.
You know what I'm saying? And as time goes on, they realize this ain't the same nigga I met on the first date. Yeah. So I feel like perception-wise, women really fall into that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I tweet and what the energy that I put out, females would be like, "This gotta be him. Like, this is who he is." They'll judge me on that. They'll stamp me on that. Like, you listen to him, you fuck with him. Like, that's just a side of me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they really don't know me. I'm like I said, bro. All that shit you see, you can see me here. You can see me party with the best of them. This and that. I'm still a regular nigga. I have ups and downs, and I struggle like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my days. Like, we winning, we're enjoying our time, but I know where I came from. I came from nothing, bro. Like,
where you from, if they don't know?
Boston. I grew up on Lucerne, and when I grew up on Lucerne, when my parents divorced, we had nothing. Like, absolute. Like, my dad was renting cribs like renting rooms in our house where we lived at, which got foreclosed. You understand? Like, I had to go live with one of my boys. Like, we come from nothing. I'm talking about roaches. I have roaches climb out of my sneakers when I was at a bus stop waiting on the 28. Like, real rap. Like, I come from nothing. So my first pair of not designer but name brand sneakers, some Jordans, I was like 22, 23 when I bought my first pair of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Name brand. So my first pair of name brands was Converse, and my second pair of name brands I bought myself, it was Jordans when I was 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the life I lived. But you know, we come from nothing, so I can never forget that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, money's an evil thing. Money changes people. It changed me a few times. It changes your demeanor. It changes your perception. It's evil. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to get caught up in money, bro, because that shit's just like, it's a fake reality. Like, it is what it is. It can be here today. It can be gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I really just try to, you know, treat people on how they treat me, and fuck with people on the value of them. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, like, money has value, but it really doesn't.
I mean, yeah, you can like have all the money in the world, but hey, that shit can be gone in 5 seconds. Or you could have all the money in the world and then you can drop dead tomorrow, and then all that shit mean nothing. You feel me? It's what you were able to do with your time on this earth. You feel me? You could have had all the money in the world, but no value mean nothing.
The power of the dollar ain't the same.
Not even close.
No, it's
you know what
not.
I'm saying? So money.
Facts. Crypto taught me that.
You know what I'm saying? So as powerful money may seem to be to us, it's really not that powerful.
Would you say that money just shows people's true colors, essentially? Because once you get money, I feel like if you have money, you're able to do anything you want. And if you're able to do anything you want, you're going to show who you really are. And I feel like people that have a lot of money and, you know, give it away, help people, are showing that they're giving people, they're caring, they're helpful. Philanthropy, for example.
Yeah, but you have a lot of people who do that for different reasons too.
True.
You have a lot of people who do that to hide who they really are. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Versus who they, you know, versus showing the world who they really are. There's people who hide behind their money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point, yeah.
But, you know, we all need money, which makes it so hard.
It's a necessary evil.
You know what I'm saying? It's a necessity. Like, we can't live without it.
And I want to add to that. I would say money shows what people are capable of. You feel me? Because it's all about what people choose to do with the power that they have. If you even equate money to power, you feel me? Like, you can give somebody all the money in the world, and it's what they choose to do with that kind of shows you what their true colors are like. Exactly, so it's like, yeah. I could have all the money in the world and I could choose to share it, you know, help my family, and
they still not like you,
do all that. Yeah, and they could still not fuck with me.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of females in relationships right now, right? Because of stability. You know what I'm saying? They're in relationships right now, they're in marriages right now because of stability.
I learned that as I get older.
They have a man who provides for them. So they tolerate this person. Doesn't mean that they love the person. They tolerate them.
He does his job.
He does his job, and they accept their situation for what it is.
No bullshit. I realized that at 25.
That's what money does. Money makes you tolerate people longer than what you really want to tolerate them for. Oh my God,
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
When I was younger,
as a woman, why do you agree with that though? As a woman, like,
what do you mean?
From your perspective, what he's saying, like,
why? Because for one, you could be out here in the single world and try to find somebody that you feel like you're worthy of, or you already have somebody who does what you were taught a man should be doing. So it's like, yeah, I could go out and find better, but I already have someone here that's already doing what I need for him to do. I just have to get over whatever little stuff that I personally may not like, but may overcome what he's actually doing for me.
I already have problems with that.
It's a bad mentality, but it's real.
It's
mentality.
Low key settling though.
Yeah,
I had problems with everything.
Of course, a female's gonna settle with a nigga with a bag over a nigga without the bag, even if they're happier with the nigga without the bag. That's just what it is.
That's what I'm
saying? Like we're taught, like we're not supposed to be the lookers. We're supposed to be. I heard it was Kevin Samuels. I heard him say this, but it was real. We're supposed to be the earners, not the lookers.
It's facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The females are supposed to be the lookers. You know what I'm saying? So with that mindset, it just emphasizes how money is important, especially to a man. We know we can't be broke out here.
Like the way the world be, the way the world be moving. Like, yo, if you don't have money,
female can be broke.
Shit. Yeah.
A female can be broke and still get by and still live a good life.
A
we
woman
cannot.
A woman would never date a broke nigga, but a rich man has no problem dating a broke woman.
Absolutely not.
Because that shit doesn't
matter to me.
It doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
But the other way around, it affects them because
of course.
If they need help, there is no help.
And that's why when it comes to money, it's a thing that's always important. Doesn't matter how much of a good guy you are, or you know how much you care and love her. She might know that, but like, you broke.
Yeah, I learned that like growing up because I learned that growing up because when we were younger, like I'm 25 now, you feel me? But like when I first started dating, when I was like young, you had so much time to just explore the world and just have fun with life as it is. But as you get older and you start actually getting responsibilities and you got priorities and shit, you can't waste your time with just anybody at that point.
You realize what's important.
You got to start realizing, like, I'm at the point at 25 where I'm like, okay, if I don't really see myself building with this one person, There's no point. You had more room to play with when you were younger, but as you get older, now your time is much more valuable. Honestly, you ain't just willing to give it to just anybody.
I'm at the point, and we talked about this, right? You know, when I come home and what I'm looking for, I'm not trying to take care of my child and a female. That's why I'm making.
What you mean by that?
You want a woman with her own bag,
or like a woman that take care of herself, take care of the household.
Absolutely, it's more a woman taking care of herself.
Okay.
I'm trying to put my child first. We live in an era where you got to take care of your kid, take care of your BM, and make sure she's straight, because that's a reflection off you. Like, if you're not doing that, you're a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't think society will always function like that though?
Nah, I know what he's saying.
I know exactly what he's saying.
I feel like recently,
because of social media.
What he's saying, but I also have to face with reality where it's like, yo, that's just life. No matter if you like it or not, you got to deal with that. That's just what it is.
I think social media makes it like that.
I feel like,
you know, I don't think I have to my 2-year-old son or daughter's party gotta look like a sweet 16.
Oh my god!
I'm not saying that.
And then my baby mother's birthday party coming up, and then her shit gotta look crazy too.
Extra.
I just wanna live for my child. I want to put my child first. And if the mother of my child gotta understand, we're trying to raise a child and put him or her first. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear you.
Like, our needs is secondary.
Yes,
to the child.
So that Gucci bag or that, you know, Louis bag or whatever it is she's looking for, we're trying to put our kid in the best schools. You got to dumb that down. But a lot of females have kids and they feel like their lifestyle doesn't have to change. My lifestyle is going to change if I have a kid. I honestly believe that. Like, a lot of things that I used to buy, a lot of things that I'm into, a lot of trips that I take is going to dumb down. If I used to go on 10 trips a year, it might be 4 trips a year. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be no trips a year, unless it's with my child and my family. But a lot of females want to keep the same lifestyle with having a kid. You got to give females not only a baby shower, you got to give them a push gift.
What?
You don't know about a push gift?
I don't know about push gift.
A push gift. You guys are still young. There's a thing that's going on where for a female giving birth.
I gotta give her a gift for that.
There's a gift for that.
The child.
No. That's not a gift. That's a burden for her. Because you went through pain.
Yeah.
And she had to do with labor.
A push gift, though.
A push gift.
The gift is like saying good looks.
Females get bags, for pushing cars.
Him out. Good job.
You know what I'm saying? So
High five.
Honestly, I've just learned to stay away from materialistic women. Because you can never satisfy a materialistic person.
I don't think you can satisfy women, period.
What?
I'm gonna disagree with that.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna disagree with that because
why
how do you feel you can satisfy women?
Because there's always more.
There's multiple.
How do you feel you can satisfy women?
Okay, let's say you should go for a man. There's more. There's always more. There's always something else to look at that's always going to be somewhat better.
That's why they always cheat.
I wouldn't say that. I think women are pretty loyal.
We can go deep.
I think women are pretty loyal.
It depends on the woman you're picking. I'm going to tell you like I told him. It's the women you're picking.
Everybody.
All right.
So I've dealt with a lot of women in my life.
So do you think that, Rich, this question's for you. Do you think that you ever fully satisfied a female? I'm not talking about just sexually. I'm talking about everything.
All
around the
board. Checks off all the boxes.
And do you think a female was ever fully satisfied with you?
Nah, I'm only 25. Ain't no way in hell I could satisfy all her
No,
needs.
do you think a woman was ever fully satisfied with you?
I feel like it's still
sexually, yeah. Other than that, though, nah.
See, because I feel talking about sex.
Nah, I feel like no, but I hear what you say, but like I can't.
I feel like
So do you think you could ever fully satisfy a woman?
I feel like we wouldn't be single if that was the point. You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
No, my thing is like, nah, but like you'll
never.
I'm
talking to you now. I'm talking to you.
Say it again. Sorry.
Do you ever think that? Do you think a man can fully satisfy a female?
Yes.
No one's perfect.
No one's perfect, but like. I think
disagree.
Somebody will be like, yeah, this is my man. Like, I love everything about him. There's
things
I don't like.
Can I take back my answer? I feel like we all settle. Because like I said, no one is perfect.
Parties.
So we gotta
so
like
if we
take
all
L's
settle,
on certain things.
if we all settle, that means that there's certain things that are not being met. There's certain things that we're gonna let pass by.
But things can always improve too.
It can also improve.
Ain't that the whole point of vows?
Huh?
Of what?
Ain't that the whole point of vows?
Yeah, just going through it and just keep figuring it out.
This is me telling you I'm settling to these conditions.
Yeah.
You feel me?
True. The point I'm making is to satisfy. Listen, it's easy to satisfy a man, especially a successful man.
It's easier to temporarily satisfy.
Okay, thank you. Add that word.
I disagree.
Nah, he's right.
Hold on. No. This is why I disagree.
Like you can win the argument for the night, but the next morning I'm turned up again, bro.
Hold on. The only reason why I disagree temporarily, the only temporary thing I feel like with a man is never satisfied is sexually. You know what I'm saying? Might be satisfied for the night, but tomorrow we might be looking for somebody else. Even if the sex we had last night was better, but we might be looking for something else. But honestly, to satisfy a man, we don't ask for much, bro. We ask for a female. We ask for a female to be our peace of mind. Peace of mind.
Loyalty and peace of mind.
Loyalty and peace of mind. That's all we really ask for to make our life easier. A female requires way more than just a peace of mind, bro.
What do we require?
You have to be.
Perspective. What do we require?
You can disagree to this. I feel like
Kat was in here
for
too.
a man to satisfy a female, he has
a mic.
He has to be financially well off, or have some type of financial stability. He has to be emotionally involved.
Gotta look good. Can't forget that.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be emotionally involved. Time has to be involved. Not only emotional, your time has to be involved.
Depends on the woman.
So any female that thinks that time doesn't matter, I don't know. But I'm saying as a man, it takes a lot to satisfy a female. And I honestly feel like a female is never happy. I don't give a fuck you go on a million trips.
What?
I don't give a fuck what kind of dick you give. There's always gonna be a complaint.
I feel like I kind of agree with you because
I don't complain.
Women love to compare
as much, bro.
Yeah,
I got a female who sucks my dick, doesn't talk much, gives me a peace of mind. Gives me a good meal. I'm not really complaining about.
No, I just love it. Doesn't talk much.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not really complaining about much. I don't need your money, bro. I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna be alright.
I'm gonna figure it out, bro.
Y'all are funny.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Nah, I was like that too.
Like, what you got to say? You the only woman in the room.
My thing is, I just feel like it's both parties. I don't think women complain all the time. I think men complain also. I just think, you're just speaking from your perspective. I don't think women are that much
maybe
to
it's
handle.
my perspective. I feel like women require more.
Again, and like I tell him all the time, depends on the woman that you are dealing with. Just like you said, men, they desire loyalty and a peace of mind. With certain women, that's mostly what you'll find.
And women
you add maybe reassurance. Yes, if you add reassurance on there, probably, but like they don't really require most. There's not everything.
Hold on, Rich. The two things she said, right, that we require, women require the same thing. Women require a lot of women still require loyalty, and a lot of women still require peace of mind because they don't want to hear about you out here. Even if you're doing your shit, they don't want to hear about it in the streets. They definitely don't want to hear about you.
Why would we want to hear about it in the streets?
Exactly.
But why would we?
That gives you a peace of mind not hearing about it. So not only that, I got to come through and still be financially equipped. You know what I'm saying? I got to be physically equipped because I can't pull out no shrimp dick. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be financially equipped. Physically equipped.
They said you right.
I gotta satisfy you sexually. You know what I'm saying? My money gotta be right. I gotta be a good boyfriend, a good husband, a good father, a good lover, emotional supporter,
good listener.
I gotta be a therapist, psychologist, husband, best friend. Everything all in one.
Y'all expect a lot out of us as well.
But you gotta think about it.
I'm not saying we don't. I'm not saying we don't.
We do.
But I say the list is longer on the female side. I depending on what type of nigga you're dating, you know, because some niggas are like females too. Some niggas are worse than females.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate though. But do you think like we put that on ourselves since we want to be the provider for women?
Honestly, I don't know if I ever wanted to be. I felt like that's what society.
That was just put on you.
That was just put on.
Trained, just ingrained into your head.
You know what I'm saying? Like
there are certain things as a man where you like. There's just certain L's you have to accept in life because it just is what it is. Like there's some shit that you don't want to take any part in, but you know there's gonna be no advancement in this situation if you don't do certain shit. So you just do it anyway.
Example?
Marriage.
Oh my God!
I'll say this. I'll say this. Like what?
That's a big example.
Because
right there.
If you think about marriage, it doesn't benefit a man in any way whatsoever. Unless he's
an immigrant.
That's true. Because true. But think about it. Like if I'm rich and successful, and you don't have much, why should I get married to you? Why wouldn't I keep you as a girlfriend? Because if something were to happen and you get unhappy, I get unhappy.
That's only one example, though. You're only talking about talk about regular people. Don't give me rich people problems. Give me a regular person problem.
That's a regular nigga problem too. You taking half my shit. What do you mean?
If you got shit.
What do you mean? They're getting half your stuff regardless if you have shit or not. If you don't have any, if you have nothing, they're getting half of nothing, bro.
Well, let me ask you this. This being like everybody. Do you believe if you get a divorce, your partner should be compensated for their time?
Oh my God,
I do believe
this
that.
question.
How can you say that though? Because we both shared our time.
No, I you know why I say that?
No, what do you mean?
Okay, so this is
we both gave our time to each other.
I believe that.
I feel you, but it's like in return.
It's dependent on the lifestyle you were living before marriage. It depends on the lifestyle you were living before marriage. Because if I lived my life a certain way before I decided I'm gonna take this route. And I who knows potentially what I could have given up in that time. But and then I decided this person was going to be the person that I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And then some shit fuck up down the road. And now all the time where who knows, I could have lived past my prime with this person. You feel me? And now all that time that I spent invested,
I get it.
Is just up in smoke.
I also
and I'm already now at a stage in my life where I can't go back. I'm not as popping as I was.
I get it.
But I also believe a person, even if you're not there yet, I also believe a person who's with you during that grind and believed in you when nobody else did, you know, and put up with a bunch of shit, a bunch of heartaches where she could have left and met a nigga who, or could have been with a person who was well off and willing to take care of you. She stuck by your side. You know what I'm saying? She stuck by your side. That person should be compensated. You know, like if LeBron James left his wife today,
she should be compensated.
She's been there, you know, for a long time.
Okay. 18
you know
plus
what I'm saying?
years.
So I don't only think the lifestyle you was living before. But if we was broke together, and you stayed with me, you stayed down.
You earned that.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it was through me, through my fruits of my labor, but you stayed with me and you grinded it out with me, and you believed with me, and you fucked with me during that time. You deserve something. I don't know how much, but you deserve a lot.
Even though you could have left, it benefited you to stay.
There's times that she probably could have left too.
No, facts.
And where times where you was broke as fuck.
You don't think it would have benefited her to stay?
At that point, if we at that point, why would
no? Because she doesn't know.
Listen. A lot of success stories, right? As much we hear about, there's not a lot of success. There's more of disappointment than there are success stories. There's a lot of bitches who stayed with niggas who still never amounted to nothing, but they believed in them.
Hey,
that's love. That's love. Right,
you know what I'm saying? So I truly believe
I have those.
The guys who actually make it, because there's a lot of guys who make it.
I misspoke.
And the money changed them. And they forget about the female who's with them from the beginning, and they get caught up with these new bitches, the IG bitches, and all these bad bitches that they fantasize about, because now they have money now, and all these bitches are attracted to them because of the money they have. They forget where they came from. They forget the real bitch that was really with them when they didn't have shit, when they teeth were still crooked.
Nah, I feel you. Like so, honestly, what I was saying earlier.
A bitch who stayed with me from the ground up definitely deserve a check.
I feel you. And that's what I was saying earlier, because I've had those conversations with people where it was just like, yeah, they got married mad young, like OD young, and maybe they had kids and shit like that. And then I was just like, okay, cool. But then when they get older and they start experience a certain lifestyle that wasn't attainable when they were younger, they gonna start thinking about other shit, but they already made this commitment to like this person. Like I would never want to go through that shit. You feel me? Like not experiencing everything I could in life, and then one day getting that experience, but I already, made this commitment when I was dumb early. That's why I'm saying if I'm not ready, I'm not gonna do it. And I applaud people who have been killing it, 40 years plus while they were young. But I'm just like, there's a certain point where you definitely went through your trials and tribulations. And, it's beautiful that people work through that, because they definitely have to if they've been 20, 40 years strong. But I'm just like, I don't think I've reached that point with anybody yet. So if it's going to take me some time to search, I'm perfectly okay with that. You feel me? I don't got any wrinkles in my face just yet.
But I think we live in different times where marriage is looked upon differently. Marriage is more of a business thing for me now. Facts. The way I look at marriage, I don't think marriage have the same meaning that it used to have,
because everything's different now. Yeah, it's different. Like relationships are different. The modern man is different. The modern woman is different. It's just like roles are different. Like now you're having men who are okay with not being the breadwinner. You have men who don't want to work all the time, but you also have shorties that want their own bags now, that don't want to live by their man's schedule. Like, shit's different. So with society different, people are finding that they could actually live successful lifestyles and relationships without even getting married. That's true. Back then, you needed the marriage for the benefits and all the other shit. Now people are finding other ways to do that without all the extra shit. That's so true. It's just that times are changing, you feel me? And as people get more liberated over the years, you might not see people get married at all. You feel me? You might just see a lot of people just be like, oh, this is my life partner. Yeah. And that just might be it. You feel me? So it's shit like that. I do want to wrap up. We didn't talk about any music so far. And this is low-key a music podcast. I don't want to talk about like new drops or anything.
No, nothing dropped those.
No, I'm here, but that's not where I was going with it. I do want to talk about like Dmal. Like who you listening to right now? Like who's in your rotation?
Who's in my rotation? That's a good question. Damn, who am I really listening to? Honestly, a lot of Kodak Black.
Yo, he been killing it this year.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Kodak, but I Gotti, Gotti dropped a new album. I didn't really tap into it, but like I've been in car with niggas and niggas are playing it and whatever like that. It sounds good, sounds real good. So it gives me the old Yo Gotti feel that I missed. But that's about it. Like I usually listen to the same songs that I usually always listen to. You know what I'm saying? So I always bump Nipsey around like times. Like it was just my mom's anniversary, so I always listen to that not marathon album.
Victory Lap. His
last joint. I love that. So I was bumping that a lot during that time just to get my mind right. And that's one of my favorite albums. But I always listen to older shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been listening to Rowdy Rich. I've been listening to Nipsey. I was listening to a little bit of Gunna because the people I was around playing Gunna. That's about it.
And if there was an album out there that would be the soundtrack of your life, do you know what that would be?
Oh wow.
No, this motherfucking deep.
Oh, I'm nice. Come on.
Man, it'll be hard for me to answer that.
Well, who's your favorite artist? We'll start there.
My favorite artist, honestly, it's like I like so many artists. It's like different times in my life.
But
like
who's this one person where it's like, nah, nobody's fucking with them or no one's touching
Future.
them?
I fuck with Future. My favorite artist, honestly, of all time is 50 Cent.
Okay.
I love 50. The 50 can't do no wrong to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if people don't think he's the best lyricist or whatever like that. There was a point in time in my life where 50 was like all I listened to. But then I went through the Meek Mill phase. You know, I'll go even the Jim Jones before Jim Jones came who he was. Like Jim Jones, like after Dipset finding himself Jim Jones. After balling Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Jim Jones
he actually
and Max
started
B
rapping.
and Stack Bundles make Jim Jones. Early Rick Ross. So it all depends on the mood, you know, what you're in and stuff like that. Because that's the power of music. That's the beauty of music. You know what I'm saying? It's never one artist. It's never one song. You know what I'm saying? It's moments.
All right, word. I fuck with that. I hear that. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up with our reality checks. Dmal, I don't know if you did a reality check with us before. But
I did.
You did? Okay, so you know it's when we do our food.
Violate your girl. You know that.
Right.
Oh,
I forget that. Nah, facts.
That shit did numbers. That shit did numbers.
Violate your girl.
Reality checks is when we give our food for thought to audience.
That was a legendary episode.
Facts. I know, Dmal, like you said, streets probably won't hear for you for a minute, and I know you all got a bunch of shit in the tuck. I
definitely got my last reality check.
Yeah, I know you got a bunch of shit in the tuck. But let's just go down the line, starting with Rich, and we'll come down to me with our reality checks and the soft right. You feel me?
My reality check is just live your life. Don't be afraid to take chances. This life is very short. We only got this youth for a certain amount of years. I'm 25. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I turned 25 a week ago, and I'm already self-reflecting, like, have I done enough in my life? Like, I'm not only 25. Like, I got so many years left. But like I said, take chances because you never know what you're missing out on. You never know what you could have done. You never know what you could have possibly been. So instead of living with that what-if feeling, try it out and see what could have been. Like I said, take some chances. That's my reality check.
I like it. My reality check, and I'm gonna follow Dmal's like mentality, and that's kind of just be vulnerable with yourself. I'm gonna take that more in myself. I mean, I'm definitely one of those people where the more you get to know me, the more you see a bit more of myself, but I come off as shy and reserved, and I think that's just my way of being protective of my energy. But I gotta, like Dmal said, you know, you just gotta live your life, because the more you stop thinking about whatever it is you're stressing about, the more you just go with it. So just be vulnerable with your shit. Don't worry about whatever. Just feel it. Like it. Keep it going.
Yes, sir.
My reality check is going off what she said, but, you know, it's crazy because I agree with her because I've been promoting be vulnerable, but I also believe in protecting your vulnerability because you can give your vulnerability to the wrong person. People will take advantage of your vulnerability. And that's the most sacred part about you is your vulnerability. You got to protect it at all costs. Know who you being vulnerable with. You know what I'm saying? If it's your audience, you trust your audience. You love your audience, so you won't give it that. But I'm talking about individual people. Not everybody's going to be receptive to your vulnerability. They will use it against you.
Yep.
So know who you giving your vulnerability up to. Protect it at all costs. And you know, because it's a powerful thing. Vulnerability is a powerful thing. People will take advantage of your vulnerability. So make sure when you give it up, know who you giving it up to and what you're giving it up for.
Yeah.
And then for my reality check, is like, yo, I feel exactly what they've been saying, so I feel like I have to add on to it. So like, I'm just gonna add. This is a multi-layered reality check that we're doing right now. For my reality check, they were talking about a lot of vulnerability. I will talk about just your overall self and just your energy. Be careful who you share yourself with, because I feel like myself, I navigate through shit where I don't really react if it don't affect me, if I don't really care about it. So like, there'll be a lot of times where I'm navigating through certain avenues and they're like, yo, I don't know how you're able to pull this off this way. I don't know how you're able to do this all the time and stay consistent, optimistic. And I'm just like, yo, because all the I respond with like, all the shit that I see going on, like all the negative shit that I see going on around me, I just don't attach myself to it. And because I don't attach myself to certain shit, you'll just see my side be quiet most of the time. You feel me? You just won't hear much shit from my side. And that's just because I'm just staying low and doing what I got to do to keep myself going. So I just want to share that with everybody else. Like, yo, don't attach yourself to the negative shit out there. This whole world is so negative, and sometimes people just want to give off their shit so they're not holding so much own shit on their backs. Don't feed into that. Don't give into that. Live your life. Be happy. Be free. All while being respectful at the same time. You feel me? Be careful who you attach yourself to. Be careful who you surround yourself with. You feel me? Always keep your head up and guard yourselves at all times. All right, that's my reality check. All right, and that is the end of this episode. Dmal, thank you for popping out for the one time. You feel me?
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you for popping out.
Appreciate you.
Like everything that you've been doing with your platform. Like honestly, like I've been saying in the past, like you're yourself. You don't kind of conform to what everybody else is doing.
Make sure y'all come to my show too, March 20th.
I'm off.
Make sure
you feel me? I'll pull up with my homie.
Make sure y'all come through. Yeah, because
I gotta buy a ticket.
I know you gonna come through.
Yeah, we gotta buy a ticket.
Yeah, I need it.
He's
I'm going.
No,
I'm going
in.
in. $25. Yes,
okay, all right, that's all I need to hear. That's fine.
When you go into jail, you can always use that as an excuse. Like, I'm going to jail. Yeah, I need it.
Yeah, come see me.
Put it on his book.
That's my marketing. You know, that's my sales pitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going away, bro. Come on. I need that.
Using that on shorties too?
So, huh? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Shorty can't ask me for nothing right now.
I don't know when the next time I'm gonna see you. Come on, yo, come see me real quick. It might be a while till the next time I see you. You feel me? Let a real one hold you down. It might be the next 2 to 5. You feel me?
Exactly. Oh my god. And I ain't gonna lie, I said
you gonna visit me?
Listen. I tell niggas, you know, March 20th, come through, support your mans. It's $25. Middle East, I got a dope lineup. I told you I got H. Millie, my little bro. I got Shay Benz. I got Prince Move. I got Young and True. I got G Nipsey. I got Dita Flyers.
I'll be there.
I got King Fire.
It's a beautiful
episode.
King Fire.
I'm hosting with Sin, my dog, my co-host. It's gonna be a dope vibe, dope energy. We got vendors and all that.
Facts.
It's gonna be lit.
Pop out to that event. You'll see Urban Product in the crowd as well. You feel me? Niggas already know what it is.
Come chat it up with your favorite podcast.
Facts. So make sure you tap into BNF Podcast. He has a lot of dope stories on there. Check out his also his EMG parties. Is that a private invite only?
Nah, it's not private. You know you always good with me. If you ever hit me up
is that just through, Dev?
Nah, you know, Dev's the only person I see when I send my invites, I send it to all, but Dev's the only person who shows up.
Hold on. I ain't getting no direct invite from you. What you talking about?
I sent him to tell the crew, but I don't know how good he's at relaying the message. I don't know how great he is at relaying the message.
Niggas just be busy. I tell the crew though.
But EMG parties are still going on. Like I got a partner. EMG parties are still gonna be going on.
They always look active. I always see beautiful women at those events.
It's a different experience.
You know me, I ain't with the ones.
Listen, hold on. I'm doing a go. Hold on. First of all, hold on. Let me say this before we get off air.
Right.
Not only I'm doing a show on March 20th at Middle East, I am doing a going away party as well. I haven't figured out the date yet. It'll probably be March 19th or something like that. But if I do that, it's under the EMG umbrella. Hopefully you guys come through. You can't miss a going away party.
Can't miss a going away party.
I feel like I gotta hit up like Copley.
Just give us some days.
You just gotta show up.
Give us some days. We'll be there.
All right, cool.
Word, not facts. You already know I'm gonna be there, but facts.
All right.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Gang shit. Nah, he called us out. We gonna be there.
Word. So make sure you're following him on the socials, BNF Podcast. Make sure you follow us at the Urban Product Tap and everything that we got going on. Rich Sports Report. Mass Sound Review, a bunch of shit going on over here, all right? So it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy motherfucking Cozy Rich in this bitch.
It's been your girl Imani.
It's been your nigga Woody, a.k.a. Dmal, BNF Podcast.
And you have been listening to The Urban Product. We will go ahead and catch y'all next week.
Love.
Show me you love me without telling me in words. I swear all my life this all a nigga ever heard. I built up these walls and I won't let nobody in it. No. I talk to my brothers, really we don't see no limit. Yeah. I've been body since a youngin', are you kidding, nigga? Ain't no competition, really you can see the difference between me and their position. I've been living lavish even when I didn't have shit, little nigga.